You may be wondering, why am I still watching this? Also, why am I in the Wasteland? Well, I will tell you that. Our next quest, the quest I'm heading to, is actually a pretty special one. I had to clear my throat there for a second. Apologies.
Will be restored.
Yep, order is now restored. You dummy. Yeah, so this next quest is, I would say one of the most well-known ones in this game. It's another side quest, obviously. I want to do a couple more before I continue the main story. And then, I guess, finish them after the main story. But this... Oh... Hey. Yeah, but... Oh, jeez. There's always two. At least. Yeah, but this quest is... hard to get to. It also has a pretty popular character in it. Nice. And I looked up the XP rates. The XP per level needed does go up slightly. Let me just stim pack up. No harm in... Oh no, I think I have to fight some mutants. No harm in using some stim packs. Especially when your health's getting a little lower than you'd like. Feel comfortable with. Yep. I'll go for this guy first. Hey. Ah, it's a master. We do have assault rifles though, which is pretty nice. I'm gonna take. Come on. I'm gonna take his dog meat. No. What? Oh. Okay, I guess I can't use the Chinese assault rifle version. Oh my gosh, another overlord. Alright, well, this calls for the big guns. Look how powerful this thing is. It is wasting an overlord. Just go for the center mass. It's easier. But that is incredible. That's a gun that I do want to save for slightly more occasions. Ooh, I need my cords. I almost yanked out my phone. Oh my gosh, 110 XP. Almost yanked out my mic cord. That would have been uncomfortable and bad. Hey, dude. Hey. Nice. Where is your gun? Yes. No, it's a hunting rifle. It's not what I want. Dang it. Oh well. That's fine. I just wanted to upgrade mine. Repair my gun a bit. It's in here. Abandoned shack. Check that out. Second. There you go, buddy.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Now you take it. Hey, good karma and 55 experience. Jeez. That's worth it. That's a large chunk of experience, actually. Okay. Alright. I just saw something in the corner of my eye and thought I might have made a huge mistake. Oh, uh-oh.
I'm over here.
Don't worry, miss. Oh, this thing's silenced too. Nice. I just noticed that, actually. Or I guess re-noticed that. I guess he accepted his fate. Oh. I don't want to know what they've been doing. Let's see. I feel like there is a book there. Ooh, safe. Ooh, I wonder if there's anything in the safe. That's worth it. Bobby pin? Yeah, I'll take that. Dresser? Nah. Ooh, I'll take a stim pack. There you go, kid. Yep. Normally I'd sit through the dialogue, but in this case it doesn't really matter. It's not important. Like, at all. I'll check this house too, though. I mean, if there's another survivor here, that's another 55 experience right there. Oh, there isn't. I'll take a quick look around, see if there's any more books, which there is. There's a Grognak. It's for the melee. Is that it? I feel like that's... Hey, pre-war book. Oh, that's it. It's not bad, though. Pre-war book and one of those. Nice. Was that my unarmed and my melee? My melee... Ooh. My melee's almost max. Nice. Unarmed could use more points. I'll get there. I should definitely start putting points into those skills that are below 50. Actually, below like 70. Because once I do get the almost perfect perk, all the perks are gonna, or my skills are gonna raise up in points, but not enough, I don't think, to max them out. Yeah, see this little, oh, okay, invisible wall. This weird structure. Well, in the center there is our next quest area, which is the difficult part. Oh, jeez, is to get there. There's only one way in, one way out. One man enters, two men enter, I leave. A Parks and Rec reference for you. It's a good show. I've been power watching it while I'm playing some video game. Is this the entrance? This might be something. Oh, I don't think this is something. Cliff is too difficult to scale. Now. I don't know how long this will take. Hopefully not long. I'm already up to 7 minutes. Jeez. This quest isn't too bad. Not too long. Ah. So this next quest has 3 outcomes. Can't really talk about it without experiencing some of it first, but just keep circling and I'm sure I'll find a way in. So I think there's 3, maybe 4 more side quests I plan on doing before I pack it up and continue the main story. This is a bad idea and a half. Oh, hey, nice. Oh, this is definitely the path in. Not too difficult, just find the oddly shaped mountain, which I would classify this as a mountain, and just stroll on in. Look at this. Vegetation? Weird. You don't get much vegetation in the wasteland. And as you go further in, trees? What is this? Oblivion?
Outsider, you have arrived. Please, come closer. I have something of the utmost urgency to speak to you about. Do hurry. He doesn't like to be kept waiting. I'm so glad you're here. It's been a while since anyone's visited us, and he's been waiting for someone like yourself to arrive. If you wouldn't mind following me, I'll bring you right to him. I'm sorry. In my excitement, I got ahead of myself. I'm Tree Father Birch, and I have the great fortune of being leader of his people, the Tree Minders. Beyond that gate is our home, Oasis. Why, he is, of course. If you'll just follow me to the pavilion, all will be explained. Excellent. Please, follow me. All will be explained soon.
Rejoice! The Great One wishes to see you.
Branch tender. Before I said that, after I said that, I realized it was like they're tending to the branches and taking care of the trees. But before I said that, the only thing that came to mind was a bartender. I'm not an alcoholic, you're an alcoholic. Welcome to Oasis, which looks awesome because there's nowhere like this in the game. Also, very reminding me of Oblivion.
Rejoice.
Which isn't a bad game.
Great One wishes to see
Slightly worse than this in a lot of ways, but
We are
good game.
very pleased to see you.
Hello, Leaf
outsider.
Mother.
You have no idea how overjoyed I am to see you. Normally, outsiders are forbidden inside Oasis, but he has made an exception. That's his power you feel, outsider. With his outstretched limbs, he shelters us and keeps us safe. He's no mere god, my friend. He is the one who grows. He is the one who gives. And he is the one who guides. Thanks to him, the tree minders have a home. I would have preferred that he made the introduction, but I understand your hesitation. The Great One is a god tree. A living, breathing, speaking god tree. The tree minders are blessed to have this being watch over us. We care for this place and keep it safe from those who would seek to exploit it. He gives to us, so we give back to him. It's an arrangement that's worked well for almost 2 decades. We shun technology and embrace nature. That's the life of a tree minder. Sadly, the wasteland is a hostile place, and sometimes we're forced to defend ourselves against it. If that means fighting with manufactured weapons, then so be it. Had he not asked to see you, you never would have gotten this close to the gates. Yes, indeed it does. Sorry, I don't speak to outsiders very often, and I tend to get lost in conversation. As you approached Oasis, he said you were coming, and I was sent out to meet you personally with a request. He wishes to meet with you. You'd be the first outsider to do so in a very long time. Yes, person. To meet him, you must undergo the ceremony of purification. Once that's complete, you'll be able to speak to him. Whenever you're ready, we may begin. It's simple, really. You drink the sap from the basin here in the pavilion. The sap will purify your mind and body of anything harmful that could possibly hurt him. I assure you, nothing harmful will happen to you. Very good. Take your place in front of the basin, and let's begin. We will now recite the blessing to ward off any harm the outsider may be carrying before he proceeds to the grove.
I bid you depart, agents of destruction, through the power of his divine will.
Leave our homes and bodies immediately. Live no longer in them, but pass over into places where you can harm no one.
In the name of his frondescence, I call his wrath upon you, so that wherever you may go, you bear it with you.
And, diminishing from day to day, you may disappear, except where you serve the health and good purposes of mankind. May no trace of you be found.
All this, may he be so good as to grant us, who is to come to judge the living and the dead, and the world by his verdure.
Amen. Soon, you will pass peacefully into sleep, outsider. And when you awake, you will witness his glory firsthand.
Glad to see you're finally awake. I can't believe they made you do that stupid ceremony. They listen when I talk, but they don't hear. You know what I mean? Neither have I. Well, I talked to Herbert. but he never really says anything back. Do you, Herbert? He kept growing around me. Maybe for calling him Herbert all the time. His name's really Bob. I think it's funny when I call him Herbert, though. Well, I suppose you could look at it that way. See, Bob used to ride around on top of my head, sunk his roots right in there, you know. Well, eventually, he got bigger than me, and then I pretty much ended up inside. It was a long time ago. I tend to lose track. I was exploring some sort of a military base with some other people. I think it was called Mariposa. Mariposa. We were pretty deep inside and we found some weird vats of this nasty green goo. Right when we were about to leave, I think we were attacked. Yeah. Last thing I remember before blacking out was something knocking my friend into the stuff. You have no idea how glad I am to hear that. Or we're glad to hear that. Me and Bob. I had you brought in here to ask a very simple favor. Would you please kill me? Oh, no, 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 no. It wouldn't be murder. You'd be doing me a favor. You see, I've been stuck here for over 2 decades now, rooted right into the ground. The only friends I've got are Bob and those weirdos out there who think I'm a god. How to put this? I've been feeling rather spread out lately. I think Bob's kinda shoved my insides around some. It's hard to tell where everything is, but it's always that way with one's insides, isn't it? Anyway, I believe Bob's carried some of my organs into his root system. I want you to go underground and destroy my heart. You will? Oh, you made us so happy. Oh, isn't that right, Bob? Just give me a little time to say goodbye to good old Bob, and then I'll be ready. No. Herbert is the tree. Bob is his real name, but I call him Herbert because I think it's pretty funny. But I'm still in here too. What's left of me? The name's Harold.
That is disturbing. So a little backstory on Harold. He's actually a character that's been in Fallout 1 and 2. So he's been in Fallout 1, 2, and 3 so far. Which way do I need to go? I need to go this way. He actually existed. He was born a couple years before the pre-war, before the war. He was only a baby. He got into a vault. He escaped the vault. He fell into FEV viruses, a vat of something like that. He came in contact with the forced evolution virus in a location that I believe is in the first game actually, and somehow it mutated him in a way to where not only is he a ghoul, well, he was a ghoul, he is a ghoul, but also merged with the tree in his head. Or rather, the tree merged with him because of it. It's a pretty interesting circumstance. Where is everybody? Here you are. I need to talk to you, little girl.
So you're the outsider, huh? You seem nice to me. My parents told me never to go past the old gate. There are monsters in there. Oh, you mean Harold? He's really nice. Sometimes when I get really lonely, I go into the grove and talk to him. Sometimes I even curl up all cozy-like and sleep next to his roots after I have a bad dream. I tell him what I'm scared of, and he tells me what he's scared of. It makes me feel better knowing I'm not the only one. Aw, I never knew an outsider could be scared of anything. Harold told me that he's scared of fire. If fire ever got on him, it would burn him and Bob until they were all gone. That's why we keep the fires far away from him. May your spirit rest in his branches.
So that's a very key thing. We can kill Harold by burning him with fire. However, that's very bad and would cause everybody to go and try to attack us. Also, he screams horribly and it's very disturbing and terrifying. Not terrifying like, oh, you spooked me, but terrifying like, oh no. It's just screams of pain and agony that are just, oh, it hurts.
And I'm telling you, you've got it all wrong. Why else would he have called for an outsider's assistance?
The outsider is here to deliver us from our enemies, to keep this place safely locked away from the wasteland, not to exploit us.
How can we preach about peace when all you want to do is keep his gift all to ourselves? That's not what he would want.
If we allow the spread of this miracle to continue, we're putting him in jeopardy. I can't allow that. I won't allow it.
Once again, my husband, we are at an impasse. I suggest we speak to the outsider.
Agreed. Why else would the outsider have been allowed into the grove? Perhaps it's a test. Yes, that must be it. I know why you're here, and despite what my wife thinks, I know you'll do what's best for Oasis. After all, he chose you, and he would never want to put us in harm's way. Oh, he's testing you now, just like he tested us. He wants to see if your faith is strong by spinning these incredible stories. Who else but a god could produce all of this? Don't worry, you'll soon see things as I do. Yes, I've been pondering that riddle myself for some time now, and I think I know what he's trying to tell us. The Great One's influence is growing, and soon it will break free of the confines of this secluded vale. We can't allow Oasis to call attention to itself like that. It would be the end of him. You misinterpret his words, my friend. He wants you to extinguish that which seeks to make him vulnerable. If the same sap that you drank to purify yourself could be applied to his heart, it should stop the spread. I can promise you no harm would come to him. That's all I ask of you, outsider. Nothing more, nothing less.
I love Birch, but sometimes I think he doesn't see the big picture. The spreading of his influence is not a curse. It's a great miracle, a benefit meant for the entire wasteland. Of course we do. He yearns to share his miracles with the whole world, to give the gift of life back to the dead wasteland. It's upsetting him to no end, but Birch can't see the pain it's causing. But now that you're here, I have a feeling the winds are about to change. I heard what my husband wanted you to do. What I propose is an alternative. The same person that created the sap also created this liniment. If you can reach his heart, it will assist in making his influence increase. Instead of centuries, the wasteland will become green in mere decades. Just imagine how glorious that would be.
Yeah, absolutely glorious. So now we... Okay, I have to get this guy to unlock it.
Branch tender cypress.
Yeah, we, that's... His dialogue's not important. We now have some very important decisions to make. We could either stop Harold from growing to keep him just an Oasis. We could boost. We could enhance his growth to make him grow throughout the wasteland and probably further on, or we can kill him. They each come with different rewards. I forget which, but killing him and enhancing him, one gives you some power armor, which, you know, isn't really necessary even without the DLCs, because there's power armor later in the game you can get pretty easily. The other gives you a rocket launcher, and then the one that I am going for grants you a perk that actually boosts your damage resistance, or damage threshold, I think. One of the two. Any more enemies? Can't attack while in the water, so... Oh! That guy's right behind me. Oh, don't you dare, dude. This guy gets a attack on my head. Wow. Blinds me, and that's annoying because the screen just blurs. This is just the problem solver. Anybody else? Don't see it. Alright. Now, there's quite a bit of loot hanging around here. I'm not going to go hunt them down because it will take a while. Oh, looks like it could open those. So I'm just going to go through the quest, go through the area. But, yeah. I don't know. Part of me would... Red Oak is not even worth a weapon. Part of me would probably prefer to spread him this disgusting throughout the wasteland and further on, just so we can, you know, get nature and whatnot. However, I feel like that could backfire eventually, like an overgrowth throughout the world. I don't know. It's I don't know about it. But what I am going to do, I'm going to abide by Harold's wishes. He's been around since the war's been around for over 200 years. And to be fair, I don't want anyone to live in that state. Because if he continues to live... Open lawnmower. Oh. If he continues to live and grow and stuff, then he will just be stuck in that state. And that's fate worse than death. He'd be a prisoner in his own body. Actually, it wouldn't even be his body. He'd be stuck in the bags. Dead end. Just a bunch of cans? What? What the heck? Oh, someone was here. Oh, a pre-war book. Well, since I'm here, and now done. Oh well, that's fine. Yeah, Harold. He had a good run. I don't think anyone's been alive longer than he has. I think he should finally find rest and peace, and also not, oh jeez, not have to live the life that he's living, trapped in a cocoon of sorts. Roots were getting close to the problem. Also, the fact that the tree's pushing around his organs, like taking them out of his body and putting them in the earth, is kind of disgusting. Hey, there it is. So we could accelerate the growth, stop the growth, but I'm going to do destroy. Abide by his wish. Also, we get the that perk. Where is it? Bark skin. Damage resistance by 5%? I thought that was 5 points. Well, yeah, you know, that's not bad either way. In that damp cave. Should be dank cave. Dank as in moist. Like the damp cave. Paint gun. Oh. But, oh, jeez, man. What? What is this? I hear there are two of them. Oh wow, this thing doesn't take much AP at all. Hey, crit strike, nice. Alright. Really? I thought he killed them all. Nice. Alright, come on, dude. There we go. This is the same area as earlier, I think. Anything over here? Oh, sniper, nice. It's like they're right away in the stim pack. There's a... Nah. I think there was something good around here, but I don't care that much. Is this the right way? Sure. Well, that's it, really. The quest isn't that long. The only reason it took so long is I had to find the place and wanted to talk to everybody. Oh, neat. Harold? Oh, no.
Welcome, outsider. Welcome to Oasis. The Great One is dead, slain by your hand. Don't worry, I hold no grudge towards you. You'll have to forgive my people at a time like this, outsider. They aren't used to being so lost. And for once, I don't have the words to help them. Before you reached his heart, he imparted his last words to me. He told me about his will to die and how I mistook this for some mystical sign. How could I have been so blind? How could I have misled all these people? Perhaps, if I would have spent more time getting to know him, things would have turned out different. Even though the Great One has left us, our memories of him will never die. With Bloomseer Poplar's help, I'm confident we can keep Oasis alive and carry on as tree minders. Go now, outsider. Go, but never forget the gifts the Great One bestowed upon us.
Nice. And I got the experience reward with the well-rested sleep, which is very good later on in story quests because they can get up to like 1,000 experience for completing a story quest, which is 100 extra experience for 10%. But let's reap our real reward.
I've heard of you. You're one of the good guys. Yeah, I think you're pretty swell for someone from out there. And you were really nice to me too. I was gonna give this to my bestest friend Harold, but he doesn't have pockets, the silly head. This is a charm that my parents gave me for my 5th birthday. It's really neat. Take it.
Oh, what? Is that what that does? That doesn't make sense. Hold on. I got the bear charm, which I thought did something else. Oh. Really? Oh, okay. Well, my speech is up by 10. That's Interesting. Oh, you know what? I'm thinking of a different item. Thinking of a lucky 8 ball. I thought that upped my, Oh, nice. My speech is 100. I thought that it upped my, my luck stat, but I was wrong. I don't know if I can get that other item. That's fine. That's a pretty good item, though. Basically another bobblehead. Yeah, the lucky 8 ball ups my luck stat by 1, as long as I'm holding on to it, so that's pretty good ability. Hey, no longer well rested. That's fine. Well, that's it for Oasis. Still got a couple more quests to do. Still got a lot of quests to do in the main story, so there's plenty left yet.